And welcome back to another episode of OmniWorld. Today we are going to get this house done because I'm ready to move on and there isn't a lot left to do. And quite honestly, I'd quite like to get started with some of the other stuff. There's a lot of stuff I need to do off camera, like I need to do these walls. I'm definitely going to keep the new wall design. I've had a few good comments about that and it seems like you guys prefer that to the rest, so I think we are going to stick with that. So I do need to do that kind of stuff. But I want to get on to the other buildings. We've got a lot of empty space and that needs to happen. Now, I don't think I showed you this last time, so that's why we're here. I actually did change these roofs, and I think they look much better in this arch shape and a little bit taller than they did when they were just triangles. And I also changed this roof, and the more I look at it, the more I'm not sure I really like it. I much prefer the height though, so I might just get rid of that little kink and have it straight. The height's much nicer in my opinion. But yeah, it just looks a bit funny from this side. Maybe if we just get something going on in here, so there's some sort of detail, it'll be alright. But yeah, that's what's been going on. So let's head over this way then. I've set up a few farms. None of it. I've set up a few farms, and so we've got this chicken farm, which is, where is that skeleton? Oh wait. Oh, I didn't think so. So I have this now, and this collects eggs at a silly rate, as you can see. So this is actually getting a little bit out of control already. But yeah, I've started up this little farm, and I've got my little sheep farm, and one of the sheep has actually turned into a horse. So I'm not sure what happened there. If you're missing your horse, Dean, I know where it is. So I've just been doing this. We are going to get some lag today, and there's a good chance it's going to be noticeable. Hopefully it's not a problem. I'm actually uploading a video whilst we do this, and I'm hoping I can just get away with it. If I can, then that's going to be good. It's going to be good to know. It means I can, in future, I will be able to keep making videos even whilst I'm uploading. I'm currently uploading you some more Bioshock, and I'm very excited about it. Hopefully it's up in time. I can imagine it probably won't be. Alright, let's dump off these eggs then. And let's go through the plans. The plan is today, go on, you can do it. Today we are going to finish this thing. Every part of it, hopefully, at least all of it, most of it, probably some of it. I've changed the white wool to this hardened clay, and at the moment I'm not 100% sure on it. I have, like I said, Dean left you some signs about the walls. Seems like he does prefer the walls, so that's good. That will be changed. It's just a case of getting around to doing it. This has been changed to hardened clay, and that is because, as I've said to you a few times, I've been building these in creative, and I've just been going a bit crazy with them and experimenting with stuff, and the hardened clay look is one I really like on one of my favourite builds, and I actually did want to change this whole thing. The build with the clay in is much bigger, but I figured it would be so much better to have, but I'm starting to think twice about doing it, but I think I want to implement it somewhere, so maybe we'll just add another, maybe we'll just have another big house on that part, because there's nothing really going on, so we'll build it over there maybe. We'll worry about it when we get to it. So I have changed it to that, but I'm not 100% sure if I like it on this build. It's a little bit small, but it might be okay once we get these roof sides in and little parts like that. But it won't take, it'll take like 2 seconds to change. I just got to tear it out and put the wall back in. So there is actually something that I need to, not confess, but talk about. So what I'm going to do is, I think, because I want to do this whole place in this one episode, I want to get this finished. I built myself a little scaffolding, so hopefully this will help me build this roof. Because I want to do this, it's going to mean most of this is probably going to end up being time lapses, because I do want to get all of this on camera. But I do have something to talk to you about, so I'm going to get on, Actually, I want to explain this a little bit, actually. So we're going to build another roof on top of this part, and it's going to be a very similar style to this. And so we're going to start off slow and then get taller and come to a peak. It's probably going to end up about here-ish, so we are going to have half this window blocked off. But it's not going to look bad. I have done this a few times in creative, and I didn't mind it, so that's what's going to happen. The theory behind these roofs is quite literally the same as the roof we built before. It's simply a case of doing the same thing all the way up. So we're just going to do that. And so what I'm going to do then, I'm going to time lapse me finishing off this roof, the whole of it, so you can see it all. And then I'm going to overdub some conversation because I have some things to own up to. So yeah, I'll speak to you about, well, now. So I basically owe you all an apology for the last episode. I did something that I really shouldn't have done, and I regretted it pretty much instantly, and I thought I'd just try and play it off, and I could cut it out in editing, and then you wouldn't actually find out, and it would be okay. And then I came to edit it, and I felt really bad, and I didn't want to cut it out. I felt like I should say something, but I just ignored it, and yeah, I was pretty stuck on what to do. And then I managed to absolutely fail at editing the last video. There's 2 time lapses that I completely skipped, and there's actually a section where I tab out during those time lapses for whatever reason, and yeah, I completely skipped that as well apparently. But I did in fact fly for it was admittedly quite a short while. I think I placed maybe 10 blocks whilst doing so, but I did that nonetheless, and so I'm sorry. That isn't really fair. The whole point is that with the parts where I speed them up, I'm basically just sitting here, still recording, placing blocks, and I just want to go back to talking, but it's just easier, and like this episode is full of it because time and everything like that, and so I just got carried away, and that's what I did. So I do apologise for that. It won't be happening again. Please don't hate me. Alright, so hopefully I gave myself long enough to explain this. So we've got this part in now, so this is how this roof's going to go. And I'm quite happy with this. I feel like it could be taller. I'm not too sure if I want that to go so slow. In fact, I'm not very happy with this. In fact, I do think I want to change it. From here it's okay. I think I want to go 1 block up here, so like this here. I think I want to do that straight away and lift it. Alright, let me try that. Alright, let's have a look then. Yeah, I think that's much better apart from that dirt. Alright, yeah, I'm glad I changed that now. That's a much better look. But yeah, I did actually run into the problem with that window that I didn't think I'd run into because I haven't run into it before. That window did actually turn out that it's now a little bit, not in the way, but yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. But it's easily changed. We can knock out the glass. I've got quite a few other designs that fit into places like this, and Cookie did actually give me a pretty good suggestion in the comments of using stained glass, so maybe that's something we can play around with. There are probably some cool colours we can fit in with this, probably some reddy kind of colours. Maybe red glass would work, maybe black, maybe dark grey or something. We'll give it a go. But there you go then. So that's that roof in. And we've got this little gap above this pole now, which will need some sort of glass or something. In fact, I've got a cool design for a little balcony-ish kind of area. Maybe we could fit that in there. That's not a bad idea. But we need to do this side as well. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly prep this side, make sure it's all right, figure out what we're doing with it, and I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so I've laid out the tiniest bit of scaffolding and I'm starting to realise this roof's going to be tricky. I need to not follow this pattern, otherwise it's going to pretty much be this roof, just 1 block in, which is going to come in like this, and it's going to look quite strange. So I'm going to have to make this one considerably smaller, but that's not a problem. And again, we're going to have to get rid of this glass window. I don't really see any other way, because this is actually going to be completely covered, I think. So let's not misplace blocks. Oh, yes. Oh, come on. I'm so close. I've been trying so hard. I was doing so well at first. I can't even place one. There we go. Right. So we want to come out the same way and go up the same way. But I think what I'm going to aim to do is, where we've gone straight away there, we've got 2. So I'm going to do a stair, then maybe 1, and try and build up like that. Although I could see it ending up like the other side where I didn't really like it. But nonetheless, we're going to do the same thing again. And the lag is taking it. Oh, there we go. So I've got to climb back up. So we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to run a little time lapse. And I will see you, well, you can keep watching. Alright, I think I got it. I was going to take down the dirt, but I figured I'd leave it up because I might have to go back up there. It's actually really hard to get a good view from here. We're going to have to go on a little adventure out into the wild, across the rooftops. The rooftops? The tree roof, forest top roofs, trees. There you go. Get a chopping. And you might have noticed in that time lapse that there was a zombie, and I tried to kill it, and then it turned into a creeper, which didn't go well for me. My arm is still intact just. So let's run across here. Speaking about sprinting across the top of the roofs, I had a great moment today, and I'm very excited to tell you about it. Let's have a little... Good job. Let's have a little look at this then. That's cool, but you can't really tell. Let's use our dirt. You can't really tell exactly what's going on. Let's get up. There we go. Yeah, no, that's cool this side. I'm okay with that. The roof is a different shape to the bit behind it. You can see here it curves inwards, whereas here it's kind of following the straight pattern. But I kind of like that. Crooked roofs work. I'm okay with that. I like the dirt too. But anyway, let me tell you about this pretty great happening in my life today. So the server has basically been around for a year now. I think we're very, very close to it, and I actually do still need to double check when it is. But I had a feeling it was the 18th. And now, as you all will obviously know, the 18th of this month is a very exciting special day for everybody in the whole world. Well, actually not, actually just England, that's half the point. Because The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is coming out, and obviously everyone is so excited for that. And it's not just me. I am not just an overgrown child. But I thought it was going to be the same day. And so I was thinking, oh wait, I've just realised obviously I need to go and see it the minute I can because I'm so excited. But it's the 1 year thing and I don't want to miss it because I want to be there. That's a very, very, very big achievement for a server to be running for a whole year completely independently on their own. These three guys with no help, they've done an incredible job. And so I kind of wanted to stop doing that, lag, please. I kind of wanted to be there to celebrate with whatever they've got planned. I'm sure they've got something great planned. And so I thought, I've got to double check. And so I went on to Google and I had a little look. And turns out the movie's been moved 2 days forward. So we're actually getting it on the 16th now, which is even better. I think America actually have to wait to the 2nd of May, which obviously sucks to be you. That's cool though. I like this. I think this works, especially now the dirt's gone. So we've still got them side panels to fill in above on the inside of the roof. I didn't actually do the logs coming down. That was a problem. And I missed some dirt. I always miss dirt. Let me go and grab that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish off this side. Let's get this side done. I'm going to put in some panes, play around with some windows, and then we're going to get the water wheel on. I'll see you in a sec. So I'm going to try out that thing that I said about having the little balcony on this side, and I thought I'd bring you in to show you how it's done. It's very, very, very simple, but we're building this together, so it's only fair if I do. I've grabbed some hardened clay because I've actually decided that because if I'm putting this little balcony in here, having just a bit of a window isn't going to work, and there's not really a way to connect these two roofs together without it looking weird, so we can continue this on. And this is actually what I liked about the bigger build I had that I was saying about. I really like the, I had a double layer, and I think I'm going to show you them all at the end actually, so I'm very proud of some of them. I had like a double layer like this, and it was a really cool effect, but obviously this one was a bit small to do that with. But like that, we can get the double layer effect in, which is awesome. And so we're going to need, we're going to need fences. Let's build some fences. Give me this, and how many sticks do you need? Way too many, if I remember correctly. Give me all of these, spam that click. Give me this. And fences, let's not mess this one up. Got it, awesome. We definitely did not need that many. But hey, we did anyway. Why did I waste so many on that? It's fine. Let's build a door as well, because we are going to want some door actions going on. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Just want to put out a video, don't make me suffer. And now we need to go up here to put the door in, and let's put the door in, and there we go, there's a little balcony kind of thing. I actually use this design as windows 99% of the time, but what I'm going to do is bring this out a little bit with spruce slabs. I think anyway, at least I'm going to try and see how well it sits on top of this roof, because it might actually sit quite nicely, if we're lucky. Let's just get 24, so let's go out. Yeah, let's just do that. That'll be enough. Let's try and put these fences on the bottom. Is that the bottom? That is the bottom. And it connects. Awesome. Let's just see what it's like. I guess we're not going to know until we go look at it, are we? So let's run back down, or fall, or dig our way, or whatever it is we're doing. I failed building pillars, so that's why there's 1,000 of them. And now, am I stuck in a block again? Oh, of course I am. Come on, don't do this to me. Alright, I think I'm out. Now I can go down. Oh, stop it, please. Alright, there we go. You can't see it at all. Good. Let's run over here then. I need an easy way up to here, because I think this is going to be a very good viewing point from inside there. Maybe we'll look from there at the end. There you go. That's a cool look. That's something, yeah. No, that's a very cool look. I'm very happy with that. There isn't a lot going on in here, but I think we can get away with that because there'll be enough distractions around the side and everywhere else that it shouldn't matter. So there we go then, we've got this in place. I'm now going to try the black stained glass on this part and around the back. Consider changing the back, and I'll see you in a sec. So there we go then, we've now got that roof in and we've got the glass and stuff, and I think it looks very good, in my opinion. I'm very happy with that, and I think we're going to stick with it. I did actually realise as well, so just a tip if you are building something similar, light up the inside, because it was crawling with mobs where I've just been around it all the time, and they've just been piling up. But then what I did do is I built a really cool structure over here. Now this is actually going to be the key feature of this build. That it's not really, don't worry. This is just so we can go and see from this side. It's actually really hard to get a good angle on this, but it doesn't really matter because everyone's going to be down there or over there. So I don't think they're really going to see it from this angle, but we can get a good angle here, and you can see that the roofs do actually match up how I thought they would. And the parts in between, I do need to fill these little bits in here. I haven't actually done that, I must have missed that. But we've got the black glass on here as well, and I do really like how that looks, so that's definitely something we're going to keep. So that was a great idea. So now we've got to we want to do the water wheel, and I want to put a big windmill on this side. So I am going to go and make sure I've got everything ready for that and all the designs, and I'm going to meet you over there, and we're going to get building. So we actually have a bit of a change of plan. I've decided the way this water wheel is going to fit, it's going to be a fairly small one, which is okay with me. That's more than okay. But I kind of like to have a place for the water to come from, and there really isn't any room unless we got rid of this. But that's going to be a giant pipe, and that's going to look weird, and no. We're actually just going to put a little propeller on this side, and I think I'm going to build a water wheel into this side over here, possibly. I'm going to decide that today because I'm going to get this done today. I should really check the time. We've probably been doing this for a very long time now, but it's happening because it needs to be done. Right, so these are very simple. To do these, you come out 2, and then we want to go over a little bit, and then you go whatever direction you want to go. So we want to go down 1 and then down 1 again, and then you can get rid of these blocks in the middle and stare all of the gaps that you have. So for example, one here, and then we want to stare the 2 on the top as well. Right over the torch. Let's get up a little bit, and then we can get on there and stare. Wrong way around, but fine. And stare. There we go. And there's one propeller, and then you just repeat. The only thing that you do need to keep in mind is something I always mess up, is to keep it going. If this is bending this way, this one needs to bend that way, and then that way. So many times I've built this like this, and then the next one like this, and it just looks like such a mess, and I have to redo it. So, let's get building. Alright, I completely messed building that one up, so I'm skipping a time lapse. You're not going to watch me fail that hard. I had, yeah, that didn't go too well. But that's fine, we just need to throw this trapdoor on, but I think we're done. I think we've got it. It does kind of touch the walls, so I'm not sure if that's okay. But it's fine. I think we'll get over it fairly quickly. Let's have a little look at this then. This should look quite cool. I've put these on most of the ones I've done, and it does look good. I do like it, so let's have a little look. Yeah, I've left the dirt in the way. Good job. But apart from the dirt... Wait, where did that dirt come from? I think the trapdoor just updated the blocks behind it, and turns out there was dirt there. Because I'm lagging so bad, the blocks don't really break, they just kind of turn invisible. And look, I've still got these planks in my hand, apparently. Nice. Well, there you go. So that's cool. Let's go remove this dirt then, and we can get on to the next part, which will be... What are we going to build next? We want to... Let's get that trapdoor back on. Oh, it turns out I didn't even make trapdoors. Good job, lag. I'm going to put those trapdoors on, and then I'm going to... We got to build the windmill. We got to kill this guy first. Get chopped. I'll see you in a sec. Right, I've got the position, and I'm going to build it just here. So this one I'm actually going to experiment with a little bit, because the original builds I have are done with glass panes around them, and I actually quite like that look, but I'm not sure if we're going to use it. I possibly might just stick with the fences. I think it's going to make more sense if we climb up on top of this. Whereas all of our dirt gone? Is that how much I've lost? It's probably all still up there, just the lag hasn't updated it for me yet. I've got a cobblestone wall as well. I don't know where that came from. Good stuff. Right, let's build up. No, don't jump down. Let's build up. And let's get doing it. Well, that was surely an absolute mess. That lag really did me in the end, but I think it's fair to say we've managed it. Let's have a look. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I quite like it. Now, on the other version I have doubled up these fences on the end, but I'm not sure having that many will work. And I was supposed to leave this gap, and I haven't done that on the others. And I forgot, and I don't know which I prefer now. I think I like it going all the way, and we've got one fence left. Let's go throw this last one in then. But I think it's safe to say that this is done. This bit here is a bit weird. Maybe I'm going to put some support on this, because I don't know, it kind of sticks out wrong. I don't really like that. Let's get this up. And then let's get some supports in. Oh no, let's fall off. Thank you. Man, I've said this before, I'm very passive about everything, but the only thing that ever really frustrates me is if anything electronical like a computer doesn't work and slow internet. I can't deal with it. I really can't. That's the wrong way around. If a video starts to buffer, I could just feel myself, I could feel the blood boiling. I can't do it. It just drives me insane. And I kind of have the same thing with lag in games. I don't know what it is. It's uncontrollable and it's completely irrational. Something just really starts winding me up. And if, for example, a computer program is supposed to do something and I know I'm doing it right and I followed all of the instructions and it just doesn't do it, then it drives me insane. I want to get something to fix that, but I like this. I'm happy with this. No, I'm happy with this. This is cool. We need a trapdoor as well. I keep forgetting little things. I'm going to go around at the end and throw all the little things on. So the next thing we're going to do then, is we are going to do the water. No, we're going to do the pipes. Let's get the pipes in first, because the pipes are pretty interesting. We've been building with wood for ages. So I'm going to get that set up. I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so I'm just going to show you basically how I do them. They're very, very simple. And I'm going to need to collect some cobwebs as well. I am lucky enough to have Silk Touch shears, so that shouldn't be too hard. But I just, want to show you basically. I think we're going to go with them here. And it's simply a case of doing this. Now, water pipes, I do upside down. So I'll probably end up showing you me build them. Oh man, I need talking lessons. What am I doing? Stop. Right. Calm. This. Yes, that, and this. And there we go. And that's the very, very, very basic, simple pipe. And then I just take this bottom one out, wherever the bottom one is, and that's it. And then I'd fill that in with cobwebs, have cobwebs coming out of it like a little smoke pipe. This is a steampunk build, so obviously there needs to be some sort of steam involved, and this is how we get it. It looks a bit weird on its own at the moment, but once the windows is in and there's stuff all around, it makes more sense. And so I'm going to build one here, because I want the water wheel to be over to the side. I think I want the entrance here. So this is going to be the entrance. We're going to have the pipe with the water, then we're going to have the water wheel here. And the stairs... the stairs. We'll just see. Let's get building with this then. Right, so I've come into a bit of a problem then. That might be too low down, and obviously that will be an issue. I think actually I might just terraform and take a bit of this grass out because it's a bit, I don't know what the word is, but it's a bit accurate, smooth. Stop it. Oh, stop it with this. I'm done with this lag. Oh, now I'm falling off. This is all your fault. Yeah, it's a bit perfectly rounded. This is MTMMO. I'm not hacking. Yeah, I think... So I might cut this back a bit, like so. And then that way... We're at cake now as well, because I'm high enough level. Get me out of these blocks. Come on. Don't do this. Give me cake. Make me happy. So now, if we bring this down one more, it won't be too much. We might need to come out another block, actually. Just like so, just to make it so it's not combined, joint, you know what I'm saying. And let's have a look at this then. So let me just talk you through what I'm actually doing here. This one here isn't supposed to be logs. This is just the top level. I was seeing whereabouts I'd want the water to be, because it would make sense for me to go here. I think I'm going to shift this all up one. I need to think. I'll be back in a sec. Right, I've lifted it up one, and I've actually used half slabs on this section, so it still comes down. I think I need to get rid of this and lift it up one. That shouldn't be much of a problem, but it's just going to be a case of reshaping it. It's going to be fine. So we actually need to build this thing now, so let's skip the fact that the pipe might not fit, and let's just build it. I've got this coming out, and I've lined this up with the hole, so the hole is going to drop the water down into the center, and then I've come out 3. This works 3, 5, 9 billion, 1,000, couple of million, and probably about 6 more. So you can probably build this as big as you want. Odd numbers again obviously work the best. And then we want to come out onto the side. I'm building this out of logs. Do I want to use logs? I don't think I do. I'm going to use logs. No, I'm not. I'm going to use spruce planks. I'm going to change it for spruce planks. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so I kind of went on a little bit because I am dragging this video out, trying to do everything. So I've replaced it and I've built around very, very simply like this. And what I'm going to do now is go and put oak planks in the middle. I say in the middle. I will show you what I mean by the middle. I'm going to put them in most of the gaps, kind of like this, and probably get rid of some of them so that it kind of gives it a border. But again, I'm going to do that off camera because I need to save some space and save some time, because already I've recorded nearly an hour of footage and that's got to be a 20-minute video, so that's going to be good fun. I'll see you in a sec. So, a million bits of lag later, there we go. I'm debating putting some stairs on these corners, so let's give that a quick go. But I'm not sure whether we're going to need to. That's actually quite a cool look. Yep, stairs is happening, stairs is a thing. Let's get these stairs in place, and then I want to run the water through. And I'll show you a really cool tip actually that I picked up. When making water wheels, it is insanely annoying when you have to pour water on them, because in most cases, usually in my case, I want there to be one stream of water. Now if you build, like I did, this thing, then you are going to find that water pours down both sides. Not if you have a pressure plate. I thought that was a genius idea. It stops the water coming out. It's barely noticeable unless you're this close, and it's perfect. It's just so perfect. If I get stuck in this again, I swear. Oh man. Alright, here we go. Water time. And let's block this off. And there you go. The water going down one side. I did dig a hole, so let's just hope I didn't dig it in the wrong place. No, it looks like I didn't. I did something right. And a million things wrong. Let's head back down and then let's consider what we're going to do. I am stuck in another block and I am done. I've seriously had more than enough of being stuck in a block. Let's go down one piece at a time. I wanted to get this thing done today, and looking at the amount of footage I've got already and knowing how much I've got to cut this down. I know a lot of this is time lapses and I am taking that into account, but there's still so much footage. I'm not even sure if this is going to be one episode. It's probably just going to be a long one again. So what I'm actually going to do is call it there. We did a lot though, in all fairness. We got a hell of a lot of this built, and it has taken up 99% of my day, which was supposed to be spent doing that huge assignment I've got due in 10 days. Good job. So I hope that you have enjoyed and picked up a few techniques and you like what's going on here. I'm really happy with this. Actually, I came from over here. Oh, no, I haven't finished yet. I will show you those creative builds like I said I would. So I was over here, and yeah, as I was coming over, I noticed how cool this wheel looks on the back, and I'm really happy with that. And I really like this, and when we got windows in, it's going to be really cool. And I don't know what to do with the entrance, because I want to put the entrance here. I could have the stairs coming out this way, I guess. Or maybe... We'll decide. We'll decide when we get to it. Next time, we are going to get in the couple of things and the bit of decoration. Let's, what is it, flats. This is the only way to the creative world, by the way. There's a portal, but I have to teleport to the portal room, so it saves time. Let's go here, and I'll show you the things I've been doing. So, the formula thing that I've got a lot of stuff here. So, the formula that I've basically been doing then, my silverfish, is the one I was explaining to you, where I have the stone bottom and then I have the layers that slightly get bigger and I add stuff to them. So here's a good example of the pipes when they actually look right. That's how cool they look. So this is the first one I built, and I'm very happy with this one. I'm trying not to spoil the ones after it. And this one was the one that I kind of followed, not quite to the T, but I followed from the guy who was explaining how to do it like this. And so I added in my own steps, because that was a thing that he didn't have, and I don't really like the way I did that, personally. So I decided to build my own one, and this was the smaller one that I came up with, because I wanted one a little bit smaller, and so it's got all the same kind of features. It's actually got a cooler roof. Oh no, this was another one. This was a smaller one that I watched, and he was explaining the techniques on building smaller ones. And so this is similar to the design that was shown in that video. So that's where I got the inspiration for the chimneys from, and this little wheel, that's where that appeared, and that's a really cool feature. That's actually on here twice, and it's on the old one too. And then this was the main first one I built, and I'm very proud of this one, because this turned out really well. This was completely unguided, just using exactly the techniques I was shown, with using it like this. And here you can see where I used this, and I quite like it. I've also got these windows in, and I much prefer now to actually have fences rather than logs. So I like to do things like this, and then push the windows back into the thing, like that. I think that's a much cleaner look rather than that. But I actually put a little airship on this one, which I thought was quite cool. I was quite happy about this. And this has got a giant thing that's wrong once again. Now this one is the one I'm extremely proud of. I've never been very good at building, but I did all of this by myself, and I'm extremely proud of this one. And this is this actually has those pipes I was telling you about, where we've got the smoke coming out. I've got round windows on here, which we won't be able to fit in, sadly, because it's too big. The windows will be, and this is the double clay that I was talking about, and I think it's such a nice look. And so these overhanging lights, by the way, are definitely happening, and this is the style of window we're going to be putting in. But yeah, I just really wanted to show this off, because quite frankly, I'm very proud of it. So there you go. We've even got a little entrance, maybe for a big airship, but I don't really know airships yet. I suck at interior. I really, really do. I've been trying to fit staircases and stuff, and I just can't do it. I don't know how to interior. Someone's going to have to teach me. But yeah, that's what I've been doing then. So that's what I've got going on, and I wanted to show this off because I was very proud of it. And I kind of wanted to show you as well, because I assume that you're following along. Maybe not building along, but you're following the techniques along. This is the kind of thing you can do with these techniques. I just made a much bigger base and then followed the same one out each time. Doubled this bit up, added some roofs. That's what happened, and I'm very, very, very happy with this one. So, on that note, I want to thank you all very, very, very much for watching. If you've got this far, this could be a very long video, and I don't even know it yet. But if you did like it, let me know. If you've got any feedback or any comments on the build whatsoever, do let me know. I do want to hear them. And yeah, I'll see you next time.